I thought cozy and traditional Christmas, I thought Ralph Lauren Christmas. Like, it's giving clavicle.
This is not an ordinary day of me changing out my duvet. This is the Christmas edition. I thought we could start out with kind of my smaller project for this video, and that is kind of decorating my bedroom for Christmas. This is not something that I normally do. Actually, I think this is the first time I've ever done that. I found myself having an extra tree. I upgraded my small tree from my first apartment and put it in here, and I just so happened to have the perfect little toile winter-esque duvet set. I have found that your old Christmas decorations make for really good secondary room decorations. Now, because I was using my decorations from previous Christmas years, you can see that it's very white. I have very much fallen away from the white minimal Christmas aesthetic, as you will see in this video, but I felt like it all came together pretty nicely for my bedroom, at least, with the toile winter wonderland-esque duvet cover, the frost-dusted tree branches. So this is your sign. If you have never done it, think about putting a Christmas tree in your bedroom.
I feel like I have been absolutely yearning for Christmas since summertime, and I feel like it really came super fast. So yeah, I had been put the tree up in my bedroom. It was a tree that I used in my first ever apartment. And I didn't really go all out for Christmas decor. I feel like when I decorated that apartment, it was mostly like, I just want to see the lights of the Christmas tree to try and make myself happier. And I don't want to put any love into anything else, which if you're like that, that's completely okay. But me, I'm very big, you know, on like romanticizing everything. So looking back, I'm like, that's actually kind of sad. I feel bad for that, Jordan, because why didn't you do more to like get yourself into the spirit? Especially like I was living so far away from like my family and my home friends. Like I wish I would have done more for myself. So I'm finally doing it this year. I didn't get to fully go out last year because I was in the process of moving. I have been planning this theme like a year now, and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna show you a few of the things that I got for it, share the vibes a little bit, but I am going to go put on something a little more presentable than this. All right, put together my little holiday outfit. Honestly, I said I was not gonna do a lot, and it doesn't feel like a lot just because it's super comfortable, but I just took this little super bright red cardigan. I left one button undone so I could do like a little off the shoulder moment. I think I got this from Nordstrom. I don't know if it's still available, but per usual, if something is available, then I will link it down below. And then I just went with my little J. Crew jeans. They are so cute. This actually works so well together. Like, I feel like I'm really comfortable, but I'm really cute for like the little Christmas vibes that we're about to get together. Like, it's giving clavicle. Okay, I'm done. This is what we're dealing with today. For some, this might not seem like a lot. To others, possibly so. But for me, I'm in the category of this seems like a lot. And like I said, I have never really decorated for Christmas before. Yeah, we're about to have a time. I do have a lot of the pieces that I used last year on my tree. I don't know if I will be able to find some use for them, but I'm going to try if it makes sense for my theme this year. So I just went to my parents' attic and dug everything out, which is pretty much some of the stuff that's in here. And then of course I took you shopping with me. We went to Hobby Lobby. I did some online orders. I'm gonna get into a few of the things. Not everything because we will be here for an hour and we're not doing that. But yeah, I really want to go through kind of the mood board that I've been putting together for the past year to give you like an idea of the path that we are going to be taking. So I'm going to make a little cup of tea and we'll go through that. Okay, while we wait on my tea to fully steep, I figured we could go ahead and get started. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now because there's a lot going on around me. So I feel like I have to get through the mess to actually see like the beautiful vision at the end of the tunnel. But right now, we're just looking at a mess, and I think we're gonna be looking at an even bigger mess as I start this. I wanted to refrain from like overbuying things, getting things that I wasn't going to use. So I think the best way to do that is obviously a mood board. So that's just been helping me be a lot more organized as I've been going about this. As you know, I have learned some things about myself over the past couple years, and I've learned that I love an old feel. I really love a vintage feel, and I love to feel cozy. So while like the very minimal look and like the whites and creams, they're very pretty and it definitely gives winter wonderland. Not saying I'll never do it again, but it doesn't give me that cozy like old school Christmas feel. So I was trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go, and literally the first thing that popped in my head when I thought cozy and traditional Christmas, I thought Ralph Lauren Christmas. But also, it feels very luxe and high end, but also what I really like about it is at the same time it feels lived in, it feels cozy, it feels like you want to take your book and you want to cuddle up next to the fire and read your little Christmas reads. So one thing that I noticed when I was looking at my mood board, I noticed I had a lot of garland and a lot of like velvety textured red ribbon. Another one I really loved for inspiration was this picture right here. I like how they took what they already had and tied red ribbons around it to kind of give it that Christmas effect. For my home, I wanted to feel like my home, but like a festive feel. So I'm gonna use the art that I already have in my home. Another thing I really loved was all the pictures that I saw with like using candlesticks a ton. So when I tell you, I went ham in buying like all of the candlesticks. I already am very much a candlestick girl. Like you can see I have a couple sitting back there. So I felt like that was leaning into my natural style already and just making it very festive. Okay, hear me out on this one. Don't look at me sideways. But when I saw this picture, even though you can see there is something furry on the couch, this sounds bad, but when I saw that picture, I got the inspiration that I would love to take my couch and instead of doing like this light brown throw that I have, doing like something very dark, something very chocolatey, something that kind of looks like that dog. That's why I said like, hear me out, okay? Like this sounds bad. Faux fur, of course, faux, not the dog. But I thought that looked really cute with the tartan pillows. It made it feel really cozy. Like, even the dog clearly is enjoying that. But yeah, in this picture you can see they clearly went really traditional, very festive, and they included a lot of the tartan look that I'm going for. Now, I will say, this is probably a little more decadent than I want my tree to be. I really want the branches to kind of like peek through as well, which you can still see it, but I'm not like a fully decorate the tree to where you can barely see the branches kind of person. I am a nature girly at heart, so I really want the tree to kind of shine some. So I didn't get too many of like the very blingy ornaments. I did pick up a few, which I'll show you. But yeah, I really want the tree to kind of shine through on its own. Okay, my tea is ready. Okay, it's not even that good. It's more like just everything together, like the cozy sweater, the little cup of tea. By the way, it's elderberry tea, and then in the little cute Santa mug. So I found these specific ones at Target. They're the little flocked ornaments, so they have that little red velvet cake look. I'm absolutely feeling the texture. Love the festiveness of these ornaments. They just, like, that is a really beautiful red. I'm hoping that the color of my ribbon for the most part is this color. It doesn't have to match exactly. Everything's gonna be so far apart, but that would be ideal in my mind. Okay, this was another set, but for these I had to order online, but they had like a very vintage feel to them. I love the little textured look, absolutely. So these are kind of more like a darker red. And then they also came with the dark green as well. I don't think I got too many of the green ornaments because, again, I really like the tree to shine through. So I'm really clocking into all of the reds this year. I don't know how it's gonna look. I mean, if it fails, you know, we can just try again next year and add more green. But I think these are just gonna give like a really vintage touch to the tree. I feel like looking at everything, it feels very random, but let me go ahead and tell you right now, I am not a minimalist, okay? That is not a part of my identity. So I'm kind of just putting everything together that I like and hoping for the best. Like the same concept that I have for my apartment. I don't even think so much into, you know, this matches this and this goes together. I look at things and I'm like, do I like it? Is it pretty? Does it make me go, ah, you know? And then I'm like, well, good, it'll work together. We're gonna put it together because I like it and it'll look cute together because I like it. So even though I did have like a Pinterest board and I had like some inspiration, this is still very much like the Jordan show. Because at the end of the day, I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, even if this may not work out. You know, you live and you learn. You don't really know until you try. I went out and got the star that I actually was looking at the first time when I bought a tree star. It's this one. I think it's like the Kurt Adler or something like that. I don't know if it's gonna be available again. I will link what I can of the things that I ordered online. But she is very, very beautiful. Again, it kind of has like that little vintage look. I would undo it, but I'm terrified to break it. But I like that it kind of looks like frosted a little bit, if you can see that closely. It just looks like frosted glass instead of just true glass. But yeah, it's kind of giving more like snowflake than a star. This was another one that I picked up. When I tell you, me and Joann's, we're beefing right now because I picked this ornament up from them. I only got 3 and one of them came broken. So now I only have 2 of these. But isn't it pretty? Like I said, I wasn't really sure how I felt about like the sparkly look, but I realized if I was going for the Ralph Lauren traditional look, traditional trees do have sparkle. But I was just like, you know, we're just gonna add a touch. Well, now I guess we're gonna add a trickle because I only have 2 ornaments now, but she's really pretty. I actually wish I would have gotten a few more. So I'm hoping they'll have those available next year. I also picked up these little bells. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I feel like on this channel, I have been bagging on like the thrift store a lot. And that's just because every time I go in there for like my apartment decor, I've really had like a hard time finding things that I felt like would really work in my space because everything was always broken. But I'll give them this one thing. They ate this one little thing, and it could be the thrift stores around me, okay? I do live in like a really busy city area, and I would say all of these that I got, I had to go to the outskirts to retrieve. But when I tell you, when it comes to Christmas decor, secondhand thrift Christmas decor, oh wow, they have a lot of it because people are always getting rid of their Christmas decorations. And so I just so happened to look around and I just so happened to hopefully find a lot. We're gonna see if everything works. When I went to Walmart, I had been looking at the little houses that looked like this, and by that time I had already bought this one. But for some reason this year I'm really obsessed with the little miniature houses that have like the little light up effects, and I loved this one because I really liked the colors of it. It is very traditional Christmas, so I'm thinking this one will go inside of my kitchen. But yeah, I think what it is for me is like to the tiniest details, everything's so cute. Like I think I pretty much lost it when I turned it around and saw that it had like a little, I don't know what to call this, it's back steps. Like nobody's even gonna see this, but the fact that I know it's back there just makes me so happy. but it says M Fezziwig Warehouse. I want to say that's from A Christmas Carol, like the traditional, really old school A Christmas Carol. I want to say, if I'm wrong, you know, you could just tell me. Oh, wow, yeah, it's A Christmas Carol. I didn't even read this at the bottom. It says it's from the Dickens series, 1985. Is this really that old? This looks so new. Anyways, I'm not sure if it's gonna work when I plug it up. So I think I showed these in another vlog, but the vlog was so far removed from the vibes in this video that I'm just gonna show them to you again. This will be the only thing I think that I'm gonna show you twice. But these little Santa Clauses. So I actually found these when I tried the thrift store at my hometown, and this is all I walked out with. But I felt like it was worth it, and of course, classic to me, they are candlestick holders. It's literally made out of tree bark, but one element that I noticed in Ralph Lauren is, although Ralph Lauren is obviously like a more high-end, like luxury brand, the reason why it feels still cozy and like grounded at the same time is because it involves like a lot of elements of like nature and natural things like pine cones and stuff. Which reminds me, I think I ran out of pine cones on my other tree. So I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but I think it is going to bring a lot to the decor and kind of bring in that old vintage cozy feel. Okay, while I was there, I also came across a ton of these. I didn't get all of them. I think I got like a total of 4, I want to say. But my plan for these, they're just like these. Ooh, they're just these little faux looking candlesticks. But what I liked about them, this is what we like about vintage, okay? It always comes with the quality. Like this right here, I'm not gonna lie, like this is not quality, but they do have the brass bases. Like they were doing whatever they wanted to back then when they were making stuff. So my plan for these is I really want to put these inside my window just so I can have like some backlight behind the curtains to make it look very warm and cozy. Look, one thing about me, one thing about your girl, she loves mood lighting, and I think this is gonna add a lot. Like that's the theme. Like, besides Ralph Lauren Christmas this year, the theme is candles, okay? So yeah, again, I have no idea if they're going to work. And you know we couldn't forget about the little kitchen towels. One thing about me, if we have like a different season, a holiday, I'm gonna buy the kitchen towels every single time. But they just had the little plaid ones, and then this is like a white cream with the red stitching on it. Probably recognize it. If you go to Target, I feel like this was the main theme that they had going on. It didn't really call me this year, but when I saw these, I really liked these. And then I also found this one. This one's super random. I found it out when I went to that pumpkin patch, and they had this little shop where you could just shop Christmas decor. And so I saw this little kitchen towel, and this just screamed me absolutely. Like, it's giving nature, but it's also giving Christmas at the same time. I did not even know at the time what I was going to pair it with, but I was like, I have to have this one. It's got the little holly, it's got the pine cones, it's so pretty. I might have to like mix and match these so I can use all of them. Of course, gotta have a tartan ribbon. But as far as bigger decor goes, I got these pillows over a month ago. But I left up on these when I went into TJ Maxx. The only complaint I have about it is they're not like my pillows on my couch. Like, you know, the choppable ones, these are the ones that are just like plush, and they're low-key super big. So I'm hoping it works out. I think it might be cute. Another thing is it doesn't quite match the other tartan things that I'm about to show you. I mean, I don't think it has to match dead on, but I don't want it to look like super out of place. But I found these as well. How pretty are these? Like, not only do they have the tartan, but they also have the little furry look on them. You can probably guess where these are going if you follow my channel regularly, and I cannot wait to see how it looks against the black. And then not only did Hobby Lobby have the little stockings, sorry, I got distracted. I saw some thread running. Okay. The thread is a little messed up. It's fine. It's fine. Or at least I hope it's fine. We'll see when we spread it out. But they also had this matching little table runner. Like, I didn't want it to be like tartan came in here and threw up all over my apartment. But I wanted to add enough to make it clear, like, this is the theme. And so another piece that I found, speaking of that dog that was on the couch earlier, that little baby inspired this item. I feel like all the animal cruelty people are like, no, absolutely not. I'm sorry. My mom called it this bitter chocolate, and I was like, that's the perfect name for it. Like, that describes the color perfectly. Like, it's not just chocolate. Like, you gotta add the bitter chocolate. It's super duper dark. Without further ado, I'm getting ready to put on a little bit of Christmas music because you cannot decorate without putting on a little bit of Christmas music. And I think we're gonna start with the area besides the tree that really is going to get this party started. And of course, that is my mantle. When I tell you, when I bought this mantle, besides the fact that it was gonna look cute in my apartment, the next thought that was in my head when I bought this was Christmas. Okay, so what I think I want to do over here, as you can see, I have all of my books lined up underneath my mantle. It's kind of acting as a bookcase until I actually build or buy a bookcase. But I'm thinking I kind of want to use this space without the books. I'm not for sure, but we're gonna go ahead and try to remove them and see how it kind of works out and do it as we go. If it's ugly, I'm just gonna put them back. But I'm already looking at the cords back here and I'm like, I really don't want to see these cords once I move these books. That is the one thing. Oh my gosh. Dang, I didn't think about that. I wish I had like a big sheet of marble to like put in front of this whole entire thing, but I don't. Okay, I think I reacted a little bit dramatically. Yes, the cords were to the TV, but I can just leave the box here like I always do. It's always been here. So you might see it once I take the books away a bit. I try to put this here to distract it. But yeah, I was able to connect it to the extension cord in the next room. The only thing is I do kind of want my Marshall speaker to stay right here, but I don't know. We'll have to play with it a little bit. So I'm going to move these books into my bedroom. We'll just go from there. Resume the music.
Halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la.
Hello, hello. It is Saturday. Clearly we did not finish yesterday. To be honest, I pretty much figured I wasn't gonna finish though. And so I was just pretty much just focused on the mantle yesterday, and then I was like, I'm gonna do everything else tomorrow. And to be honest, when I was looking at everything just in that pile, I thought this was gonna take me so super long. Like, I could have finished it yesterday, it's just that I had other work to do, so that's why I switched over. It's amazing when you start putting things up, you're like, oh my gosh, I actually don't have that much. Here I was, just got done telling you, like, I do not want a minimal Christmas. I wanted to feel cozy, and I feel like an aspect of cozy is a hint of maximalism. So we'll just have to see. I figured since the tree has not been put up, that's kind of a big thing too. And I'm hoping that when I do that, it'll kind of bring everything much more together all around. Honestly, this is probably way too much blush. I'm still trying to get the hang of this new blush that I bought. Ooh, I mean, it's giving Santa. The cheeks are rosy, you know, if that's what I was going for. It could also be I only put on concealer, and so maybe that's why it looks like if I would actually put on foundation and like makeup for real, maybe it wouldn't look so crazy. And here I am putting more. I might go over it with a powder though, just to tone it down a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I just kind of wanted to give that disclaimer because you were probably looking like, you did one thing, Jordan. I'm gonna do the rest, okay? And we're going to try to finish today. So I figured since it is tree day, I would dress up a little bit. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like I'm dressed up though because this is my little, what do they call it, like a nap dress from Hill House? But yeah, it's very comfortable. You will probably see it again. This is likely my Christmas dress, but like I said, I'm in the era of re-wearing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and, since I kind of already started the living room area, finish the living room area. And of course, I think we'll finish with the tree. My boyfriend is coming over, and I wanted him to be able to take part in the Christmas tree decorating experience. Because you know how men are. Like, they just don't decorate. Like, their thing is put out a holiday candle, some holiday soap, and that's like, you're lucky if you get that. That's when they're feeling festive. Play Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt on Spotify. Got it. Santa Baby. Santa Baby, been an awful good girl. Eartha ate that one. She did. Okay, so I'm looking at what we kind of have set up right here. I'm liking where this is going, but it does look like a far cry from this picture. And so I kind of want to tie the picture in some more. So I went through the struggle to get this garland, okay? Very hard to get garland this time of year. I tried to get it ahead of time and they canceled my order. So I had to drive all the way to Kirkland's, which is really far away from me, and pick up these. But they're really nice. Anyways, I'm thinking of maybe tying the portrait, or not the portrait, tying the picture in better with maybe some garland. Like, because right now it just feels like a different room in comparison to this. This feels like Christmas, this doesn't. So let me see. It would probably hang down something like this. The only thing is, like, not obsessed with this big brown cord that it's attached to. I mean, maybe it's not a big deal, but I think that's pretty. That adds a lot to it. I'm gonna attempt to get it up here with thumbtacks are just kind of my go-to. It's probably not the smartest way to do things, but it's just what I like to use. So on top of that, to tie it in even more, I am trying to put a touch of red kind of everywhere. So I think the bells could also be really cute. So I'm thinking after, when and if I can get the garland up above this picture, kind of just putting this in the center too to tie it in even more. See, it's times like this where I just hate having white walls, or at least like walls without any type of like molding, just plain and white. Like, I feel like this would go so hard with like a spruce green type of living room, like this concept, because it would warm it up and like Christmasify it. That's not a word, but you get what I mean, like make it more Christmas. So that's the struggle of apartment life and like decorating for apartments. You really have to figure out the best way to go about it to make it cozy and feel like an actual home. I mean, it is an actual home, but you get what I'm saying. Like, especially with my apartment that I live in, it's not like an old apartment where you can kind of do what you want to do. So you gotta get a little creative, but I believe in me. I think I can do it. Wait, I love that. I didn't know if that was gonna work. Oh my gosh, I was very nervous about the tags. Okay, this is cute. I wonder though still, what do people do with these, like, the little ends of the branches? But I feel like the little bells really tied it together, and it like balanced out the couch area, you know? Like, this feels a lot more festive over here. Wow. Look, my toxic trait is now I'm looking at my curtains like, a heavier velvet curtain would thrive right here, but I'm like, look, we're gonna say that all for my future place, okay? Yeah, I like this. Okay, so I need to do the coffee table, and that will be nearly the last thing in the living room, give or take a few touches. But to be honest, I didn't plan anything for the coffee table, so I feel like the coffee table is really gonna get whatever I have left over. Let's see what else we can put up. Okay, welcome to Jordan's little elf workshop. So I have ribbon, and I have my pictures that go in my kind of like kitchen area. So we've got the thick velvet red ribbon, and we've got the super thin velvet red ribbon. That's like a tongue twister, low key. I think I mentioned already, I want to make these things more Christmassy by putting ribbon around them. I'm thinking for this one, since it's gonna be next to where I just put that thicker velvet red. Sorry, I'm struggling with the word red ribbon. This is not the first time. All right, so let's see how this is gonna look. I hope the vision that I have in my head is going to turn out what I think it'll turn out like. Said it's giving a Christmas Carol, but you said it feels like somebody would get murdered in the movie. That's what he said. It's like, I feel like you're saying that because I kind of have the French accents already, which kind of makes it like the French in the traditional Christmas makes it kind of ominous together. Like this vase and like the picture above your head. That just occurred to me. It didn't occur to me until I sat in front of it and I was like, that's what you're talking about. And then like the mob type brown throw that you're sitting on. Everything by candlelight. I'm not mad at it though. I'm trying to figure out how I want to decorate this coffee table because I think I mentioned earlier I didn't buy anything to decorate the coffee table with. So my thought process is to kind of continue what I have been doing and taking things I have and putting red ribbon around them. So the only red ribbon I have left is this thin one. I have my John Lennon and Yoko Ono coffee table book, so I feel like this would look amazing with red ribbon on it. So I'm thinking of doing like that, maybe right here. And then I also have this romantic French coffee table book. I don't know if I want to leave the cover on it, the dust jacket. You think I should take this off? Like, let me show you what it looks like underneath. So it's like a gray, and then I'm just gonna play around with it and see. Okay, so we finally made it to the point where I can put the tree up. The only thing is I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the tree. So I feel like I could either go this route and put the tree like kind of against the window because it's very, you know, kind of bare over here. Either sliding the desk down and putting it right here, even potentially blocking this door and putting the tree right here just because I can still get in there. So I guess we'll just have to see. Forgot how big it really was because it's quite giant, but I think it looks really good in this part of the room. I'm not gonna lie, it's making it very closed in over here, but I feel like visually it's giving absolutely everything, so I kind of don't care. But it's so gorgeous. I feel like it's a really nice dark green. It's got these little pine cones that are already set into it. Perfect, perfect color, perfect amount of fluff. You're an A1 fluffer.
That's when I said you done fluff.
Oh, did I not do a good enough job? Number one fluffer.
Don't get all on this episode.
Oh, okay.
That's how I use it.
You really be thinking ahead. And I really be messing everything up. Take 2. Start. Okay, so we just finished the decor. Getting ready to have some pizza. He went and grabbed, you know, our favorite pizza. I think we also had this when we did like a little Halloween movie night when we built those forts. So yeah, I got all my little cozies. It's like a little Merlot 2-piece set that I got from Urban Outfitters. Very couch and pizza ready. We're actually getting ready to watch our first Christmas movie of the, I guess you could say, the season. I had to negotiate with him, okay? So he is very much not down for us celebrating Christmas too early per se, because right now we're still, it's like tomorrow will be the week of Thanksgiving. Tomorrow will be Sunday. So he is a believer in, you know, once Thanksgiving is over, it's time to celebrate Christmas. So we're meeting in the middle and we are watching The Nightmare Before Christmas because he said that is the only movie he's willing to watch when it's not past Thanksgiving. Because, you know, that movie is kind of like a blend of holidays. You really could watch it on Halloween, you really could watch it for Christmas, and obviously Thanksgiving because it's in the middle. Good morning. I'm getting ready for ballet. This is not normally the day that I go to ballet, but because Thanksgiving is this week, they have the regular one canceled that I go to. So I'm going to one that's a little more advanced today just to get my practice in. Little smidge nervous, but it's something I've been wanting to do anyway, just to really challenge myself. Not that the regular class is not a challenge. It definitely is a challenge. It all hurts. So, but it is with a different teacher, so I'm just curious to see like what she'll have us working on, because I have worked with her before in our class and I really enjoyed it. So definitely going to hit this class up. Normally I do 1 time a week, but this week is actually my first time doing 2 a week. I went and found another studio, that way I could do ballet twice a week. It just seemed that every time I found classes, they were always like the same day as the classes I already had, and I'm not trying to go in the morning and at night. I don't want to be a professional, you know, which, you know, going 2 times a week may sound like a little bit excessive, but honestly it's just really fun, and I do still have goals. It's just not professional goals. So I'm just putting a little color on my face, nothing serious, just like concealer and blush, just, you know, so I feel kind of pretty. I feel like I dance better when I look better, to be honest. It could be all in my head, but I think it's working, so I'm gonna do it. I usually don't wear earrings to ballet just because before I feel like all my earrings were very chunky, but I just got these little dainty ones. They're vintage and they're just so cute, and I feel like a little boy when I slick my hair back and don't have earrings in. So we're just gonna wear the little dainty earrings. Sorry if my voice sounds kind of raspy. Is it sexy? Probably not, but I woke up like an hour and a half ago, but this is my first time talking, so that's why I sound like this. Okay, ballet pink tights. I'm not gonna have time to eat. Love that for me. Baby pink shorts. Gotta have the shorties. My little sweater, because I get a little cold, and a little light fragrance, because you don't want to be stinky at ballet. I'm just gonna plop these in my bag. Actually, I don't know the weather. It's probably freezing outside. Let me see. What's the weather? Okay, I have a sweatshirt, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. It's not that cold, actually. We're getting a little bit of a heat wave today, so I'll just throw these on top just to keep warm. Okay. Now I'm ready. Let's go.
Think of that inner thigh and that outer thigh. Help me stay on the floor. And it's very slow, so really think about hitting point. Jaws and slow, because you're gonna have some faster with it.
Barely survived. I am back from ballet. I've been back, but I just did a little bit more of my morning routine and I finally ate breakfast. I promise you, I meant to record more of the ballet session. If I included it in the video, you literally see where like we're doing our warm-up and my phone just decides to give up. Honestly, real though, because it was probably looking like, girl, you don't want them to see this. Like I said, I went to the next level just because my level, which is a lower level of ballet, like entry, because I just started 5 months ago, not 5, 4 months ago, just got to 4 actually. But since my class wasn't being held today, I was like, I want to get some practice in, and so I was like, you know what, let's see what the next class is talking about. And baby, I saw what it was talking about. But I will say, it gave me something to look forward to. I'm really excited to be able to move like how they move. I'm excited for my brain to like connect to my muscles and for it to react quickly because I just know it that well. So it gave me something to look forward to. I'm not mad at going. It was definitely hard though, and I'm already sore because I went to the gym yesterday and I did some exercises last night before I went to bed. So I'm tired right now, to be honest. Everything in me wants to take a nap, okay? But I have so much to do that, like, that's just not gonna happen. And I haven't had coffee, I think, in like a week. Isn't that crazy? You remember when I used to be a coffee fiend, like about a month ago? So that might be part of the problem. I also haven't had coffee, so I might, you know, bite the bullet and have some coffee today just so I can get through my work day. Because, you know, a little caffeine in moderation, not bad. I just don't want to be reliant on it. But I think I vlogged a little bit, but I didn't like make it a part of the vlog. But me and my boyfriend did this little thing that I'd like to call a hot chocolate walk. I think I saw some, I don't think I saw anybody do it. It may have been like somebody was talking about it, or maybe I saw it like as an idea on Pinterest. I don't know, but we did end up doing it, I think yesterday. Yeah, we did it last night, and we made hot chocolate, added our little marshmallows, put it in a little canister, and then we kind of just like took a walk. Like, I wanted to see if anybody had their Christmas decorations up or anything like that. That's kind of the idea of a hot chocolate walk. It's like a Christmas time thing. So you're walking around with your hot cocoa and looking at lights. There were not a lot of lights to see, obviously, because Thanksgiving is in a couple of days. By the time you're watching this, Thanksgiving will be today. Maybe if you watch it the first day. But yeah, obviously not a ton of people will have lights up, but we did see a few houses that had lights up, so it was really nice. And you know, your girl loves a walkie walk, so that alone was just really exciting for me. Like, it's something about, like, I like the cooler weather, but it's not so cold where like I need to really like be all the way bundled up like here. It's like a comfortable cold. Like, I put on some layers, I have some hot cocoa, and I feel good. You know, it doesn't hurt. Not a painful type of cold. There's just something so romantic about it. But it was so nice. I just wanted to say that. Give you a little idea. Something really easy to do for the holidays. Not super extravagant. Doesn't have to be well thought out, but still very enjoyable. But yeah, that was my decor that I did. I'm actually so excited about how it turned out. I obviously hoped it would be cute, but I didn't know it would like work so well. I was a little nervous because I think I mentioned in the vlog, I kind of just put together like things that I liked and I hoped for the best. Once I added the tree in there, it kind of took away from the scary murder mystery mansion vibe and kind of just made it more like, ooh, let's bundle up by the fire and read a book. So I'm very excited about that. Excited that I get a whole entire month to enjoy it. Probably longer because I'm one of those people who does not take their tree down immediately after Christmas. So if you see her for a little minute, don't mind me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the holiday vibes. I know I intended to post this on Thanksgiving, so hopefully this is up and you are watching it. Maybe you're getting ready to cook with your family. Maybe you're in my boat and your family doesn't think you're old enough to cook yet, even though you're 27. So maybe you're waiting around, waiting for the dinner to be made. Whatever it is, I hope that you are getting to spend it with your loved ones today. To be honest, that's all Thanksgiving is to me. It's literally like I get to eat with my family, just because it's super unfortunate, but the origins of Thanksgiving are just not as cute and cozy as they made us think they were in school. It's turkey day, okay? It's eat with my family day. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you do give it a thumbs up. That just helps my videos. And then make sure you're subscribed so you can see the rest of the content if you are not already. Hope you get some time off from work as well, and I will see you in the next video.